Hey everybody, my name is Brooke and I'm an Emerald Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and I am friends with both Samantha and Jane, and I'm so excited to share a little bit about my story with you. I am a family nurse practitioner. I am the mom of 4 boys, and my life is anything but boring. When Plexus found me, it was spring of 2015, and I found myself anxious and exhausted. At the time, my baby, my 4th boy, was 11 months old, and I was just thinking that was the phase of life that I was in. I was exhausted. I was addicted to Diet Coke. I never met a cookie or a sweet I didn't like. I had that brain fog in the middle of the afternoon. I could not read my kids a book without wanting to fall asleep, and I was a momster. Kind of hard to admit, but I was grouchy. I hollered at my kids more than I should have. The don't cry over spilled milk. Like, I was flipping out over a sippy cup that spilled. I mean, it's kind of ugly and it's not fun to admit, but it's the truth. It's the truth that I was a grouchy mama. And so I remember seeing a post by one of my friends, and it said something about anxiety and energy. And I called her and said, will this help me? I apparently was pretty desperate to feel better. And so I gave Plexus a shot. I signed up to be a wholesale ambassador. All I wanted was wholesale pricing. I told my friend, I will never sell it. I will never share it. I'm never going to tell a soul about this. And she's like, okay. And I started taking my products on day one. I'm the cheapest person that I know. That's why I signed up to be wholesale. And I was never going to miss a day of these products because I was going to take them every single day. And I was going to tell Erin that she was wrong. There was no way this stuff was going to work for me. As a healthcare provider, I knew nothing about gut health. I knew nothing about the microbiome. I knew nothing about probiotics and prebiotics and how they would help me. I had no idea that was going to help me be a less anxious mom. And here's what happened. I started to feel less anxious. I stopped needing Diet Coke. I stopped sitting at my computer staring at the screen wondering what I was going to type because I didn't have brain fog in the afternoon. I stopped raiding the candy jar in my office. I had some gas left in the tank at 9 o'clock at night when the laundry needed to be switched over instead of washed again so it didn't stink the next day. And I was not just like falling over myself at 9 o'clock. I had some energy left. And I just started to feel good. I started to have a full button when I was eating. My skin improved. My sleep, oh my gosh, I felt like I slept well and I woke up rested. And I wasn't flipping out at my kids, guys. I was having patience when boys will be boys, and they are every single day. I was not losing my cool with my kids, and I was more patient with my husband, and things just started to change. And I found myself way less anxious. I didn't know that my anxiety was the reason I'd chewed my nails my entire life and picked the skin off to the point that my nails they looked like I had hangnails and bleeding all the time. Everything changed. Everything started to change. So eventually I thought, you know what, I'm keeping a secret and this is too good to keep to myself. So I started to share, and I shared on Facebook because I felt very convicted, and I felt like every tired mom out there needs to know about Plexus. And by this time, my husband had started products and my parents were on products because I made them. And I just shared on Facebook and said, okay, look, I know everybody's doing something, but this is what I'm doing and I feel really good. And I just feel like I have to share because I am less anxious. I have more energy. I've lost about 11 or 12 pounds at that point, which I never planned on losing weight. That was never my goal. But let me tell you what, weight loss happens as a side effect of good gut health. So if you're at a spot and you can't lose weight, I promise you your gut is a wreck. And mine was a horrendous wreck, let me tell you. So I started to share, and I didn't know I was going to have this accidental business on my hands. And here I am now. I work if I want to. So I'm a retired by choice family nurse practitioner. I was the breadwinner of our family, and I get to stay home now and just be a mom and work from my phone and share wellness and health and gut health with other people, which is amazing to get to do that and be a mom and never miss out on a darn thing, which is amazing. Another part of my story is I have a son who was just like his mom, super anxious, super uptight, never peed in a public restroom stall alone, wouldn't walk across McDonald's to get a cup of ketchup by himself because he was afraid we would vanish in midair. School was horrible, phone calls every day with stomach aches, tears. He didn't understand why he worried. He didn't know why he was uptight. Well, That kiddo's a lot like his mom was. That would be me when I was that age. And I didn't know that that was related to anxiety. We put that child, my kid number 2, on ProBio 5 the summer of 2015. And he lives a pretty darn anxiety-free life. We have moments here and there. They're blips. They are little speed bumps in the road. They are not holding us back anymore. It's probably 95% of his life is anxiety-free. He now enjoys sleepovers and playing on sports teams and getting his own ketchup and peeing in his own public restroom stall without me. I enjoy that too. So Plexus has changed everything in our lives. All my kids have amazing stories, but my family and I've watched hundreds and thousands of people in over 2.5 years have their lives changed by Plexus. It's just crazy. You name a diagnosis, which I'm all about, right? I'm all about, as a family nurse practitioner, I'm a huge nerd. You tell me one diagnosis or what you struggle with or someone you know struggles with, and I can give you a story of how gut health has changed their life. We don't ever say it's going to cure, treat, or heal any disease, but I can tell you it's going to make a huge impact, and you are better off having Plexus in your back pocket as part of your arsenal than going at whatever diagnosis or disease you have without Plexus and gut health. You want it in your back pocket because it changes everything. So anyway, just a little bit about me. I hope that you guys learn a lot tonight with Samantha and Jane. They're both amazing. They're both very educated. They know what they're talking about and their lives have been changed. And so anyway, a little bit about me. Any questions, message me or message them and they can ask me directly. And I'm so happy for you guys. Learn lots, and gut health is where it's at. It's where it's at. I promise you. Your life will be changed when you change your gut.